we are going right into game 2 of Tera Gaming / Accidentally Famous versus a unit team. And yeah, we are on the legacy of the faux fire right now, guys. Of course, the throwback map to Guild Wars 1. We're waiting for the players to start it up, and we'll see the splits as we go into this. Helseth, you like whenever I watch you on this map, I always see you doing something extremely interesting with your portals and stuff, being either hyper aggressive or using it to sort of get back into the mid fight. We probably won't be able to, we literally will not be able to see that because there are no mespers on either team here. But what do you think we can see coming out of either team going into the splits of this map?
I'm pretty damn sure that Accidentally Famous is going to go for a 3 cap. While they have a really good, composition for bunkering mid and such, winning mid with that comp isn't really realistic. Like it'll take far too long, and you need someone to prevent it. What could happen if they go for that is that they will be constantly backcapped by Admiral, and eventually the points will be against their favor. They will never get to win mid, and they'll just lose the game straight up. What they'll probably go for is a 3 cap rotation. Like they have to keep the pressure as well, and just try to win the skirmishes. They have really good skirmishes all around. The only problem is the engineer, but in the skirmishes, but that shouldn't be a problem. In fact, he can remain around mid, and as long as he isn't being trained by the Sword Dagger Thief, he might actually be able to. They might actually be able to put some heavy pressure around it. Now, if I was on the team of units, I'd just constantly send my warrior to farpoint. I'd probably make him run a good build instead of that greater nonsense. But basically, if he runs farm point all the time, what's going to happen is if the Guardian goes there, well, you're playing with a Guardian, being stupid. If the NG goes there, then the NG should lose to the Warrior. It's just that 1v1 matchup, how it works. Ranger is similar. Like, Ranger has a really tough matchup versus Warrior. At the very least, the Warrior can keep it as a draw. He should win it, but let's say draw at worst. But that's still good for them, right? They get to keep the decap while holding a draw. Finally, if the Warrior goes there, this is the ideal position, because if they can get the Warrior outside of the fight, that means that there's nothing training, nothing personal. Like, he doesn't have to worry about the Warrior training him, because Warriors really screw with Necros, right?
Yeah.
So if the Warrior's being put outside of the fight to deal with the Warrior, they have a superior team fight composition, and they can keep playing for mid, and they'll eventually win it. If I was on this map, I would have gone far and 1v5 them and won. Alright, game starting.
So we are seeing both sides sort of stacking up here. Looks like Tera and the side of actually Unit Gaming rather, they're gonna just pop up their stealths and go for that far point coming into this with I Love My Burst leading the charge here. Admiral Ron immediately behind him, gonna go in on track immediately. Admiral Ron's shadow stepping in. Is this a good move as an opener? The supply cart coming out from track over here. He's gonna get supported by the Spirit Ranger as he comes in.
Nothing personal, playing at 5k health, standard pro move made for people that want to waste their cooldowns.
Yeah, man, he actually just dropped into the downstate. Looks like Numra trying to come in and support. Wu getting feared away. He'll get back up immediately. And Wu coming in on him once again, but looks like he's being trained down by some of the pets, and as well as the Spirit Ranger here. Spirit of Nature Renewal, however, is out from both sides here for the res. We'll have to see if that was used earlier or not on him. It looks like the stomp is going to come through, and yeah, it does. So nothing personal getting stomped out here on Waterfall.
Shouldn't hurt them that much. Like, they're still not in a bad position. Like, the Spirit Ranger should be able to survive.
Yeah, he can actually res himself. He does have that cooldown active and ready to go if he gets a drop. He's at about like 4k, 3.5k health right now.
If he gets a Spirit Rest, they're fine. Okay, he doesn't. He's disengaging. That's probably the better choice. The Guardian's heading in, which is a smart move. Hopefully he gets on the point in time. No, they don't. Oh, they just lost mid. Okay, I'm actually going to pay attention to the game a little bit more. You keep talking.
So Numrock goes down here. Looks like nothing personal came out to try and help. And here comes the Guardian Pona. She's going to be able to res him up as well. So Numrock's just fine coming into this. Meanwhile, over here at Quarry, Red Team manages to cap this immediately. So Accidentally Famous still ahead in this lead. Track and Dimda Renga over here going in on Admiral Ron. Their Thief was trying to train that NG, trying to get that far point, not quite able to. And he'll just get DPS down here on that side. And
so the Thief just lost to the NG.
Yeah.
Shame. For shame.
Oh man, going in here. So the main fight here is over at Waterfall, Helseth, and we do see literally everyone from Unit on this fight. No one really branching off to do that except for Admiral Ron, who just came off the respawn, and it looks like he's going to join the team fight here as well. And I'm totally wrong, because he's going out towards, he's going to actually try to go mid where the NG is, and also the Spirit Ranger is sort of converging and playing the area between Quarry and mid here.
Essentially what they're doing right now is they're just getting wiped, and the Thief is trying to make something happen by pushing hard, but it's not going to happen. Right now, they're in a nightmarish position. I'd even go as far to say this position is borderline unsalvageable. The tankiness of Accidentally Famous comp makes it borderline impossible for them to lose at this point. They're not going to lose any of the points before Unit actually, like by the time Unit wins the points are going to be so much dramatically in favor of Accidentally Famous that it's already crushing. This map is very snowballing.
Yeah, I think that, Tera Gaming has Unit in this like stranglehold. Basically, they're kind of choking them out here. Over on the waterfall, we're finally gonna see the warrior. I love my burst from Unit getting on there, but he has to deal with Lee, the Spirit Ranger. It's not gonna be that easy, and pretty much everyone now is trying to put a concerted effort on Quarry. But the question is, will this be enough? Because they do have their own warrior, not Cax, but a Wu, able to come in if they even begin to think that they're gonna lose this fight.
Yeah, he should already be heading there. They really need to learn how to count. It's ridiculous. There's 4 players there, and there's 1 on waterfall. Do the math. Okay, it's finally doing the math. That's wonderful. Maybe you heard me.
Yeah, if they're watching the stream, that's for shame as well. But coming in here, both Rings of Warden going down pretty much immediately adjacent to each other. Pona the Guardian from the side of Unit here, pretty low at 3.k health and dropping here. No cooldowns on the heals, can pop that the renewed focus and does so. So we'll have to see if she can stay alive. Actually, no, she's gonna get dropped now. Nothing personal, gets stomped out as well. And really, this game is extremely in the favor of Tera Gaming. A 3-cap is really solid.
That was the ideal position they had. Like, if they didn't win that fight, they're not going to win any fights at all. Because that was a fight when they were 4 versus 3 for a long period of time, because the warrior was standing there trying to count. And they had the composition they needed to win it. From what I saw, there's a lot of positional errors from Nothing Personal, getting caught up by the Spirit Ranger's one spamming, essentially, because he's standing on the point. And he didn't get to do the pressure that he needs to do. Further, the engineer is hardly ever being trained. So, essentially, Accidental Famous are winning these team fights all for free. They're just doing their spells, and they're just spamming, and they're not being punished, regardless of the position they're in. And because they have their composition that works very well over time. They have 2 Spirit Rangers constantly applying condis and such, and then they have the Grenadier. And it all adds up to a lot. There needs to be more proper team fighting from Unit. Of course, I'd say too little too late. Unless something absolutely disgustingly hilarious happens, and we see some ridiculous 3-cap into Lord into Beautiful, but I doubt it.
Yeah, that would be, actually, I would love to see that game, but I was just on track while you were talking there, and he did something hilarious. He actually went past immediately the Thief and Guardian from the other side there to track down Nothing Personal to try and get him down there. Almost did, actually, with all those grenades, able to get a lot of AoE off, but now he's down himself, and I Love My Burst is going to try and go in for the stomp on track, but just able to blow them up and blow them away there. Wu trying to support his teammate, but no one's really going to try and res him there. I think they don't really need to try here as they go into this mid-fight.
Yeah, the trip cap is getting reinforced. While track went down, all the disgusting bunker classes are alive, so they're not going to lose mid at this point, and they're full capping waterfall. So you can keep casting this while I'm just going to start my wall, because the outcome is equally interesting.
Alright, man. Well, I'm just going to go in and give you the play-by-play.
This is a really fascinating wall.
Man, I bet your wall is so cool here, but like a Wu, he's actually down from the side of Tera Gaming, as well as the Guardian from the side of Unit. The Stomp's coming out, not able to connect here. The Guardian being blown away with a big old bomb. We're going to see if a Wu's going to go in. No, that looks like the pet from the side of Tera Gaming is going to finish him off here. Really, the fight here in mid not doing much, but Admiral Ron backcapping the Quarry. A little bit of an oversight from the side of Tera Gaming here. Dimda comes over to do some damage on him as well, try and get some recap. Spirits go off. Not sure if it was in range of Admiral Ron, but he'll shadow step away to rejoin the fight.
This wall is incredible.
How is that wall? There it is. There's the red team win. So, yeah, immediately a fast 2-0 for the side of Tera Gaming, coming out and pretty much just stomping all over Unit team.
Yeah, there's a difference in experience within the team, as you can see from ranks, and we all know that rank equals skill. So, yeah, it was a difference in experience, but, I mean, kudos to, I forgot the team and Units for trying, and good luck next week, since this is a weekly cup for the illustrious prize of, what is it, 25 or...
I do not know off the top of my head. I will get that information. Wow, I should totally know that. But guys,
let's say 2,000 gems. I believe it's that. So yeah, there you go. 5x to $25 gem codes.
Yeah. So yeah.
Why didn't I join this? I could have given that.
Anyway. You want to make that esports money, the non-existent esports money, if you're casting with me, man.
Oh, yo, where's that check? Where's What do you call this? You call this a check I can't cash in, but still, it's esports.
He's trying to show off the fact that he won the MLG Guild Wars 2 Invitational, which, by the way, guys, you should check out if you haven't yet. You can go to youtube.com/MLG to check all that stuff out. Of course, that's an unnecessary shout-out. We're going to take a little bit of a break as we get the next thing set up here, guys. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the next one is... let's see, actually. Let's check out the bracket real fast. And the next thing is going to be... actually, it's probably going to be Who Gets Carried Hard versus Plastic Fantastic.
Yeah,
So
that's definitely one of the more interesting matchups to me. Plastic Fantastic seems to be a team that just tends to... they've taken wins of every team from what I can hear. Every team that's active in the scene right now. They also... I believe that they did well versus teams such as Nonstop Nonsense when they were still active and such. So they're kind of a dark horse in a sense where I'm not putting my money on them, but I wouldn't completely discount them.
That's right. And also, Who Gets Carried Hard? I mean, they won, I think it was the ESL, not the opening cup, but the one after that. They did extremely well, and they took it. So that's...
yeah. Definitely. From what I've gathered, they're one of the more dominant teams in the European scene now. There's a new era of teams taking over, and they seem to be on top of that, along with Cheese Mode, which is another team in this tournament. Shoutouts to those teams for playing this game in its ridiculous scene. Anyway, yeah, sure.
All right, so we're going to be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get this all set up and ready to go. We'll be right back.